A lot of people might be like, yo, they just my friend. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's on them. No, it's on you too. You hold responsibility in that friendship. It is not just up to that person. So don't use that person for your own selfish benefit. You ever been in a situation where somebody kept saying that you led them on and you was confused, like, why are you saying that I'm leading you on? Or you ever been through the situations where you actually led someone on and now you feel bad and you don't want to lead people on no more? Or you ever been in a situation where you've been led on and now you want to figure out how not to allow that to happen in your life no more? Well, guess what? This video right here is for all of those situations. This could definitely help you, right? And I'm gonna break it down how to truly avoid leading someone on, because I really got a passion for that, right? Because I've been in this situation. I've been in these situations all through my life when I was younger until I got to like my 30s, right? Because I'm 37. But I think it was either before I was 30 or right when I got 30, right? I've been in these situations. And I'm gonna tell you one way that I figured out that I was leading people on, because I wasn't even aware that I was leading them on, right? Because I would be the person that's communicating. I didn't like lying to people. I don't like lying to nobody. Also, this video is for men and women, not just men, all right, ladies? This is for y'all too, because we know y'all be trying to lead us on, right? But growing up, I was like always taught, like, you got to keep it real. Like, it ain't no lying, no nothing. So when it came to women and things that I did, like having sex and talking to multiple women all the time, I would always tell them the truth. And I'd be like, yo, we just friends, but I'll still be doing other things with them. And then they'll get mad at me later. And I'll be like, you know, we just friends. And they'll be like, yeah, but they still want to be around me. And then they getting mad at me with certain things. And I'm just like, how this person getting mad? Like, we communicated this, right? Like, we was clear on this. But the person getting mad about situations with me, and it's feeling like they in a relationship with me, or like I'm their man or something, right? But I had a friend tell me one day, and it was a girl, you know what she said? She said, Rudy, even though you telling these women that you are just friends with them, you're still doing things with them. You're still having sex with them. You're still hanging around them. You're still giving them affection. You're still communicating with them. And with women, they're going to feel like they're going to look at your actions and the feeling that they get behind this, and they're going to hope that you change your mind. So you got to cut it off. And I was like, what? How could it be me? Like, what are you talking about? And she was like, it's kind of like you're leading them on, and this is why they feeling like that. And I'm like, but I told them. And I had a light bulb moment at that time. And I was like, yo, you know what? This kind of makes sense to me. And I also had another guy tell me this, an older guy. And I'm like, yo, you know, this kind of making sense to me, because I'm still around them. So this could make a person still feel a way, especially if this person has strong emotions. Regardless of what I'm saying, they still feel it. And I started to learn more about women as well and their emotions. And I'm like, you know what? Because I'm a man of integrity, and I was always taught keep it real. But when I got closer to God, it was like, God is like, you know, you think of others, you do for others, you sacrifice. Now I'm like, nah, man, you know what? I got to think about them. I also got to think about how they feel regardless of whatever I say. And this is where I learned that I don't want no woman thinking that I'm leading her on at all. And I don't want no woman trying to, you know, do anything that could cause that to me or to any other guy too, or any guy making a woman feel like he's leading her on as well. And that's where this came from. So now I know exactly what to do, and I try my best not to do that, right? I even argue back and forth with a lot of people about this leading on thing, because a lot of people will be like, oh, it's just their feelings, right? So let's get into it, all right? The first thing I want to tell y'all about how to avoid leading someone on is, for one, you need to be aware of the things that you are doing with this person, right? Because we could call them a friend. We could just, you know, be talking buddies, whatever it is. But are we doing things with this person that are considered relationship things, right? Like, are you going on dates with this person? Are you being extremely affectionate with this person? Are you being touchy-touchy? Are you flirting heavy, right? Are you having sex with them? Now, again, I'm not having sex. I'm waiting until marriage. I'm not having sex now, but my past, yes, I'll be telling women like, yo, we just friends, and then we go to the bed. And I could understand the mind, right? Even though I'm a man, and men think a little bit different when it comes to that. We could do that and then not care. But not all women are like that. Most women are not like that. They're going to feel connected to you emotionally after something like that, right? But men, we don't care. But regardless if it's a man or a woman, we got to make sure that we are not doing things with this person that can cause them to think that we want them more than we want them, or that we have a like towards them that can lead more into a relationship, or we're doing things with this person as if we are in a relationship. And I know we want to be friends with people and we want to gain a friendship with them, but at the same time, we got to think about how people think. We got to think about their emotions, right? Everybody isn't like us, and we can't always say that it's their fault. It's them. It's on them. We got to think about others. One thing that I learned was that I got to protect this person, even if it's from myself. And I think if we going to think about not leading people on, or how to avoid leading someone on, you got to think like that. Like, yo, I got to protect them, because if I'm your friend, I got to protect you, right? I got to try to protect you from other people and things that other people do. I got to help you because I love you. I care about you. But because I care about you, I also got to protect you from me and what could potentially harm you from the things that I do, or what can get into your mind from the things that I do. So you need to be clear with your intentions from the beginning. That's one thing that I learned. You need to be clear. When I say clear, if you are just wanting to be friends with this person, or if you just want to talk to this person, or whatever it is, you want to just get to know them, then guess what? Get to know them through communication. If you're not feeling them like that yet, right, you need to let them know that immediately. Or let's say you are liking this person right now, right? Or both of y'all might like each other. If you, at any time when you feel different, if you feel like you are not interested in this person, or not feeling closer to this person, you need to immediately let that person know. Why? Because you're making it clear. And yes, it might hurt that person. It might hurt that person. But doing the right thing needs to be better than not hurting someone. I always tell people the right thing needs to be higher on the list than hurting somebody's feelings, right? Because we got to hold integrity. We got to hold character. We got to have this. This needs to be exhibited by us regardless of how somebody feels. If you feel different, then not telling them that you feel different when they may feel the same, or feel like they're connecting with you or want to be more, makes it seem like you are leading them on. So you need to make it clear immediately. Your intention has got to be clear regardless of how that person feels. And I know it sounds bad, but it has to be regardless of how they feel, right? Because if you want to be a person of integrity, men and women, then you need to think about what is right. Because it's wrong to lead someone on, right? Because that's what it's going to seem like. You are leading that person on because you have not told them the truth, which also makes you look like a liar. Now, after you tell this person your intentions, right? You don't just tell them because I told them like, yo, we friends. Like, that's what we just going to be, right? But I was still doing things with her, right? So after you make it very clear to that person, guess what? You need to do it now. This person has got to see you actually doing the thing that you said you was going to do. For one, they're going to respect you, right? Even if it hurts them, they're going to respect it. Two, you're showing them exactly what you're saying. You're showing them that your actions match what you say, right? Which is integrity. Integrity shows that the things that you do match with the words that you say. So by showing this person that you are moved on, you need to actually stop doing the things that you was doing before. So if you was taking that person out, stop it. If you was talking to this person all the time, calling them, texting them, stop it. You need to dead that. It needs to be done. Why? Because this person can be emotionally invested. People don't gotta have sex with you to be emotionally connected to you, right? Or to have a soul tie. You could just be talking to this person all the time, right? Because of a feeling. People get addicted to feelings even when you communicate with somebody, right? And you can't just think that this person's just supposed to know because you're not around them, or you're not doing relationship things, or whatever it is, right? Or just assuming that this person knows because you didn't make it clear, right? I know a lot of times we'll be like, well, I'm not doing the things that I did before, so what do you think, right? Or I never said that we was going to be together. So what does that mean? Just because you didn't say it doesn't mean that person isn't thinking it because of your actions. You need to quit it. You need to distance yourself, right? And I'm going to tell y'all how I actually do this myself, right? When I'm involved with a woman right now, if I am not emotionally involved, if I am not feeling them like that, right? If I don't like them like that, or if I'm like too busy, because I be mad busy a lot. If I don't got time for them, right, then I can't, for one, I can't do all these things with them. I can't talk to them all the time. I can't be around them all the time, right? And this person might like me, but at the end of the day, yo, I gotta be honest with them, right? And you know what I do now? I tell them, I let them know, yo, we just gonna be friends, or we can't be friends. Sometimes I tell them we can't be friends because if you like me and I don't like you, right, and we talking all the time, that's gonna make it stronger. So we can't be friends because I don't want your mind to go left. I don't want your mind to be hoping for something that's not gonna happen, that I already know isn't gonna happen. So I'm gonna tell them, let them know, and then I'm gonna cut it off. And yes, sometimes I might delete their number, or I might have to unfollow that person, because those things can bring back emotions, right? It can bring back feelings. I understand how a person's emotions pull on them from communication, right? And I know how people actually get addicted to us, right? They get addicted to us, man, and they want to communicate with us. They miss us. Like, we might provide something to them that they didn't have, or that their father didn't provide, or if they didn't have a father, or if they didn't have a mom, we might provide this thing. And I don't want to lead this person on, or I don't want them to think that I'm leading them on, right? I don't want to cause more pain later if I am not feeling them now. And that's another thing, right? The reason why you have to eliminate this, the reason why you have to stop communicating with them, stop taking them out, stop doing relationship things, stop having sex with them, stop being extremely affectionate to them, is because wouldn't you rather tell someone the truth now, even though it hurts them now, rather than wait by not telling them because you are afraid that it will hurt them, and then later on they find out either that you're not really that emotionally connected or really feeling them like that, or even want to be in a relationship with them, and it hurt them more than to tell them right now? I would rather tell somebody the truth right now, let it hurt them right now, than to let it drag on later, and then they be hurt thinking that I'm a liar, thinking that I let them on, and I'm a deceiver, and I'm this and I'm that. Nope, I want to keep my integrity, so I'm gonna tell them right now, it's gonna hurt, but at the end of the day, you can't call me a liar. At the end of the day, you can't say that I'm a bad guy. At the end of the day, you can't say anything, right? You still gotta respect it because I was thinking about you. Most men ain't gonna do that. A lot of women won't even do that. So you wanna be the opposite, right? You want people to know that you keep it real at all times, that you tell the truth regardless, right? And I ain't gonna, y'all might get mad at me, right? Because this is how I think, like, yo, I don't care about their feelings. I care about protecting them. That's the thing. Your feelings, all right, man, emotions come and go, man. But at the end of the day, I care about you. And if I care about you, I'm gonna keep it real with you no matter what. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it real even if it hurts you, even if you can't get what you want. That's how God is. That's how God is with me. The devil is gonna lie to you and make you feel good. You feel me? So I ain't trying to be nowhere near him, right? I did things that I should have did in the past, and I want to keep my integrity high. You know what I mean? And us, especially us as Christians or people who follow God, you want to walk in the way Jesus would walk in, right? Jesus would tell you, yo, you need to tell them, right? And this is the way that I think. The way that I think is, if I don't tell this person something, even when I'm in a relationship, if I don't tell this person something that is not in agreement with them, or something that can cause a big issue towards our relationship and our connection, then God gonna tell them. Like, if I lied to this person, right, and just because they didn't know, that don't mean that they ain't gonna find out. I know God gonna reveal it to them. So I would rather tell this person before God get to them. Because if God get to them, guess what? I'm a liar in their eyes now. God gave me the chance to tell them, and he was like, all right, you ain't gonna tell. I'm gonna tell them, right? Because God says you reap what you sow, right? So it's gonna come back to you regardless. It's gonna come back to that person, right? Especially if they love God, and especially if you love God, God will still reveal it to you. And I know he will. He has done certain things in my life that I know he's not playing, and I can't be looked at in that way, right? If I'm claiming this, if I'm trying to walk like this, if I represent this, it's integrity with me all day. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about integrity all day. So if it causes you to feel hurt because I did the right thing, then you just gonna have to feel hurt from me doing the right thing. I would want somebody to do that to me, right? So I'm gonna definitely do it for them. If it's a woman, yo, I mean, you might feel hurt, but at the end of the day, I did the right thing. She might think whatever it is, but at the end of the day, I did what was right. And I did what was right in God's eyes, and God honors that, and he's gonna bless me and bless that person. And that person will be able to see integrity, good character, and all of that. So if another man lead her on, now she could think back when I did it. If another woman leads him on, now he can think back when you didn't. He could see a godly woman, a good woman of integrity and good character, a woman who cares about others, right? She did what was right, and she didn't do it in a bad way. So at the end of the day, you should not want to lead anybody on. Catch it first, right? And to avoid this, just do things a little bit less. Don't go full head on in, right? Because your emotions, because you want to see if this person is your wife or your husband. Slow down a little bit because you don't want to go too fast and then you crash, right? Like if we was in a car, you don't want to go too fast and then something bad happened. Or you're looked at as a certain way, right? Take your time and do the right thing the right way. You know what I mean? You want to bless this person. You want to be a part of this. You want them to see your character. You want to build something, but you don't have to move so fast to build something, right? People build houses and they build the foundation first, and the foundation takes the longest to build before that house is built. So this is what you want to do, man. Avoid leading somebody on. If you want to avoid leading somebody on, then you need to avoid doing things that are connected to relationships, or doing intimate, very intimate things, or being extremely affectionate, or spending the night and taking trips and having sex. Avoid that stuff, man. And if you see this person getting extremely connected to you just from talking and you don't feel that way, then you need to make it very clear, because you don't want that person like, what are we? So what are we? Like, I don't understand. Like, you don't want that, right? I've had those conversations and I made it very clear immediately. There have been situations where I've been confused too. Like, is this girl feeling me like that? Because I don't know. And people saying it, so now I gotta ask. But when I ask, now I gotta make it clear, like, yo, like, it's not like that, whatever, because people don't want to hurt people's feelings. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. As long as you are true to what's going on and who you are, people gonna respect it. You don't want no one thinking that you leading them on, because leading on is basically connected to deception. You are deceiving. You are not being honest with who you are and your actions. You don't want that to happen. I'd rather somebody's feelings be hurt than to say I'm deceiving them. You feel me? And you definitely don't want to use that person, right? You don't want to use them for your own selfish benefit. So I know it might be hard to cut this person off because of how they make you feel and the things that they do for you too, not just what you do for them. So, and a lot of people might be like, yo, they just my friend. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's on them. No, it's on you too. You hold responsibility in that friendship. It is not just up to that person. So don't use that person for your own selfish benefit, because if you not feeling them, but they feeling you and you don't want them to leave, hence, you don't want them to leave your life. That is a selfish thing. You don't want to risk losing that person from your life. That is selfish, because they provide something that you want or that you need or that you love about them, and they should just be away because of who you are. They don't got to do nothing for you. They don't got to do nothing for me. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to think about them. Think about others. Don't just think about you, because if you think about them, you are being selfish. That is selfish. And that will be seen as you using them. You don't want to be seen as using someone, right? So cut it off immediately as soon as you know, or try to figure it out. Whatever it is, if you got to go to somebody else to help you, man, avoid this from happening, man. You feel me? If you got to cut people off from your life, then do that, man. I done did it too, man. You know, whereas my phone is dry. My phone is dry right now, to keep it real. But if your phone is dry, so what? You might need your phone to be dry. You might need that discipline in your life. You might need that spiritual strength. You might need to allow that to be gone out of your life so that God can work on you, so that God can strengthen you, so that God can give you discernment even from cutting this out of your life or cutting people out, because you don't want them to feel that way. Maybe you need to do other things in your life. Maybe you need to be around more of the same sex than the opposite sex. God is trying to help you. He's trying to build your character up. He's trying to build your spiritual strength up. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to be closer to him. Doing the right thing, walking in righteousness, is doing a godly thing, right? Is allowing the spirit to move you. And I ain't telling y'all no lies. Again, I did this before. I didn't had it done. I didn't did this mad times in a lot of years of my life, man. But now I refuse, man. And it's hard to this day. It's still hard, but at the end of the day, man, gotta do what you gotta do. Either cut them off or distant that friendship or relationship, whatever it is. Don't make that person think it's more than what it is, man. And if they do, then cut off what they think is more than what it is. And if that person don't want to be a part of your life, man, then let it be, man. I love y'all. Hope this helped y'all. I'm gonna get at y'all when I get at y'all.